Luis Sandoval here with my man Mikey Garcia getting wrapped up. So Mikey, before we get into everything, been a lot of talk about you all around. You know what I'm talking about, Adrien Broner fight. But just what are your thoughts on that? Any news you can share with the fans?
You know, it was a name that was brought up, mentioned as a possible opponent, along with others like Flanagan, Linares. They have other names also. So they also tossed Adrien Broner, and I told them I'd entertain the proposal if we were able to come to certain terms, you know.
Yeah.
I know he had some issues making the weight last time. I'm fighting at lightweight 135. So I would move up a little bit to get that fight, but I wouldn't move up too much either. So I'm thinking something, you know, like 140 would be max for me.
Yeah.
But along there's other details also that have to be answered first. But it seems like it's creating a lot of attention, a lot of buzz around, and people are kind of excited to hear about it and see if it gets finalized. And it's still in the works. Nothing is confirmed, but it could be, you know, confirmed soon. I'm waiting to have some final word and thoughts on it on Broner's side, and I put some demands, some security, some insurance clauses in there. But if it gets done and it happens, then it'll definitely be a great fight. Because I mean, everybody knows Adrien, everybody knows me, and it'll be a very exciting fight.
Were you surprised the reaction that the fight got when it was, because it was announced officially as a rumor? It came out of nowhere. Were you surprised the attention it got? Because everybody seems to like it. I haven't heard anybody say a bad thing about that matchup.
Well, I didn't even know it was that serious. That when they first brought it up to me, it was just as a secondary name. I was really pushing forward to get Flanagan or Linares, like I had mentioned. Now, if they were not available, then I would look at other options, title defense, opponents that are top 10 where I could defend my title. But they also threw in Adrien as a possible, you know, big name, big star, big fight. I said, sure, I'll look into that. All of a sudden, it seemed like it was done deal. Hey, the fight's happening. I'm like, no, it's not. It was mentioned, but it's not done. There's a lot of details to work out first. But it created such a buzz that it seems like it's what the fans are most exciting to see, you know, most interested in seeing. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it gets done.
You know, we talked with Robert, I talked with you about moving up in weight. How big of a concern is it, Mikey, and how careful do you have to be, even if it's not Adrien, just in general, if you were to move up to fight somebody? How dangerous is making a move like that?
I still plan on staying at lightweight. If I take this fight at 140, if we agree at 140, I still plan on coming back down to lightweight 135 for my fight after, and hopefully unify the titles. I don't plan on moving up permanently because I still feel that lightweight division is the best division for me right now. So you do have to be careful not to rush things. You don't want to move up too early. You want to allow your body to be ready. Now, the reason why we do a Broner fight would be because he himself used to be a smaller guy. You know, he himself was a 130, 135, 140. So as far as, you know, height, we're about the same height, you know, body size. Yeah, he gains a lot of weight, but body structure, you know, it's not such a big difference. You
guys are almost the same height.
Almost the same height, same body size almost. He might be a little bit bigger, but not too much. You know, he's coming up from smaller weight classes. Someone else that might be a natural 140, you know, that's where you got to really consider if it's really time to move up yet or not. If it's not time, then why do it? You know, just to move up, just to cash in on a paycheck is not what it's about. You know, I want to make sure that I'm competitive enough to be able to win a fight. If I believe I can win it, then I'd make that move.
One thing I did want to ask you about, possibility. We don't know yet. It's just talks with Adrien Broner, Mikey. Not talking even about the fight, but what did you think about when you first heard about that match?
when I first heard that, right away I called Mike. He's like, "What's up with that, Mike? You know something that you don't want to tell us?" Mike's like, "I don't even know either." Everybody started talking about it. I started reading about it, and they were already giving a place, a location. Barclays Center. They even mentioned a co-main event. I don't know if you read, but David Alexander.
It keeps building up.
David Alexander versus Colasso. And Mikey still don't even know when they're already making, So as Mikey doesn't want to tell, does Mikey not want to tell us? But nah, Mikey would tell. Mikey definitely would tell me and my dad. And it's just things that need to be finalized. They did mention it to him too. All right, mijo. You didn't do those leg sticks? Don't forget, we gotta do them. We gotta do them. It's a great fight. I think there's just little details that need to be finalized. Of course, the weight is gonna be a big issue. I think the location, Barclays would be perfect. I like it. I don't mind going to New York.
We went there.
We have beautiful. Está haciendo trabajo para ir, ¿cómo ve? Iré, pa. Then, then we would love it over here in the West Coast, Vegas, LA, it would be awesome. But I don't mind going to New York. I love New York. New York, the East Coast always been great to us. If it's Mikey, if it's one of my younger fighters, whoever fights over there, it's always been huge. So I don't mind going to New York. But I guess there's little details that need to be finalized. We're ready for it, but we gotta protect. Like I said, the weight is a big issue, so we gotta protect those issues for Mikey. Mikey's my fighter. He's a world champion at 135. So if we go to 140, it's gotta be at 140. We have to be really careful with those things. Details that I'm sure can be resolved. Can be solved. Those are not things. Those are not hard things. I know the rest. That money's a big fight. I mean, that fight's a big fight. Yeah. So it should bring good money for both, not only for Mikey but also for Broner. It should generate good money with Showtime, the gate, sponsors, whatever it is. It should bring good money. So the purse, I'm not worried about that. I know Mikey will get what he deserves, and so will Broner. Yeah. The weight is probably the main issue.